What is up, everybody? And welcome back to Warp Point Live. Something we haven't done in a very, very long time.
Oh my god.
And
Just looking at it, dude, we were last live like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
it's been
And that was
too
just
long.
me gaming. Yeah.
It's been way too long. So, there's a little bit of changes. I screwed up and I didn't give us the right screen for this. I didn't create the right screen, so we're just real little on your guys' screen right now. But that's all right. We'll get the kinks worked out. You know, it's the first show back. We gotta expect
what
it.
you could do is go on Facebook and pull the they've been doing a countdown for Dawn Trail in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And they always do a different character with the number in it.
Hello, Irene.
What's
up?
What's going on, Irene? How you doing tonight?
All right.
Sorry, but we've claimed your husband for the next like hour.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't want a browser. Give me 1 second while I do this here.
But there's a difference here with the bald guys, Irene.
Ooh.
I'm not bald by choice.
I'm not bald by choice either.
Am. I kind of am because I refuse to have like the skullet.
That's where I would be at too.
The long-haired bald dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm bald by choice right now because, I need my hair to grow healthy again because it was kind of shitty hair. So that's what happens right now. But maybe I stay bald forever. That depends on my wife. And hey, Augusto, my friend, how are you doing, man? So he called me Magal because it's a nice nickname that I had on my high school.
Nice.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Augusto. Thank you for joining us on the show here, on our, I guess we can call it our maiden voyage of the return.
With our re-maiden voyage. Yeah.
The re-maiden voyage.
It's sort of a rebirth, if you will. Huh?
Sure.
Huh? Rebirth, FF. It's all connected. It's all connected.
Boy.
We used to have the overlay when we do the show before of like all the like numbers and formulas that come up across the screen. Carol,
hello,
hi.
Carol. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Carol, another friend of mine. She's amazing. Thank you for showing up.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got more Brazilians here.
And
did someone mention FF? Oh my god.
Well, you missed it. Rob said it's a rebirth. I was like, yeah, rebirth, Final Fantasy. It's all connected.
Yeah, I will rebirth my hair.
Oh man.
So, Irene, we're gonna talk about that here shortly.
We are, but we're gonna stick to the way we used to do this. Big show tonight for the return. We're talking. I know it's been a week, and in online time, a week ago is like 15 years.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be talking about Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase. We're not going over the whole thing because believe me, that's like 5 hours
lot.
of
Yeah.
videos. So we are just hitting the stuff that we like, what we're excited for, what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
We're also going to be talking a little Final Fantasy 14 because we had a select number of YouTubers were selected to try out all the job changes, all the new jobs, well, a couple new jobs that are coming, and one streamer in particular who's known for making healers obsolete has started a huge fight in the 14 community, so big that it's leading to a strike.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. Irene, you can't quit playing. You have to come back.
Yeah, don't quit playing. You're gonna abandon your husband.
But
now that my mic's fixed, sorry about that, guys.
I gotta flip it this way. Luke, over here.
Yep.
Oh, Like, yep, nope, over that way.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Luke, he is new to the show. We see the Harry Potter stuff. Tell us a little about yourself, man. Actually, we know about you.
Yeah, so
There's even a couple people in the audience that know who you are.
actually,
So introduce
Everybody else.
yourself. Tell us who you
Yes.
are, what you are, what you do.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. So, well, to everyone here with
Bank
us,
account numbers.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I will bring more. I will bring more. Thankfully, I hope all my friends start showing up with the time. But well, I'm joined the show. I'm a little bit new here, so I met those guys playing Final Fantasy 14, and since then it's been an amazing journey as to being his friends. Oh, sometimes my English can slip a little bit because I'm from Brazil, right? I have a lot of Brazilian friends, and they are here with me, and that's pretty much it. So.
And
I'm
little
really
bit.
glad to start more participation here on that podcast.
A little bit, just to fill you in. Not you, Luke. Not you, because you're the one who taught me this. Despite all the kids' movies, true Brazilians hate Carnival.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks someone mentioned it because Carnival is just a mess here. It's a bunch of well, I'm not gonna enter in more details. You guys can search on the internet.
Google is your friend.
Yeah,
Or-
Google is your
or-
friend.
or not.
Or porn sites. You choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not. Or not.
Yeah. Uh, nice.
All right. So Bren kind of touched on this earlier, but we always start
Oh,
this.
hey. Oh, okay. You were going into that. I thought you were going straight into the stories.
No.
Okay.
Brent touched on this a little bit earlier, and it's the time-honored tradition of how we always started the show, and it's something that we like to do because, you know, it starts conversations, and we might, you know, talk about something that you guys didn't know about that interests you or not interest you. But if you guys want to join in on the conversation, we do have a Discord. We do have the chat here. You know, you guys are more than welcome to join in and talk about topics that we talk about on the show. And if you want to, you know, we can read comments on air and you know, get you guys involved because we do enjoy our community greatly. But with that being said, Bren, what have you been up to, bud?
Oh, we're going to me first. Okay. So, so the wife and I don't know if you guys have heard of this show. It's called Sweet Tooth on Netflix.
I've seen it. I haven't seen the
The
show. I've
wife
seen
and the wife and I have finished. It's actually a DC comic,
I did read that.
but it's not tied in any way to like Justice League or Vigilantes. It's none of the superhero stuff. Originally, we first started watching it because of our daughter, because it comes off as that kind of show, but then as you like get into it, you're like, oh, this is some grim stuff actually. She lost interest in it. We kept watching it. I'm telling you, it is a very interesting show that touches very much on the world and humanity. Nothing with politics. This is no left or right stuff. This is humanity and nature stuff of the real world. It really is worth watching.
Nice.
So we watched the all of season 3, which is the conclusion of the show. What did we started House of the Dragon last night.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Didn't go how I thought it was going to.
I knocked the game off my backlog. I rolled credits on Rebirth.
Hence the rebirth.
It only took 112 hours. Yes, I did do about 80 to 85% of the side quests. 100 and at least 112 hours are clocked. Oh my God, these games are getting too long.
Yeah, it's difficult to balance gaming with adult life right now.
Yeah, but this game has shoes to fill, given the history of Final Fantasy VII that a lot of people have. I've knocked out a bit of Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I also knocked out a good bit of Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I've been thinking about the next project because now that I have the PS4 Pro in the case, which there's a video on our channel that you can watch, and it would be over here in that
One of these
corner.
corners.
I don't know. Just check out the channel. There's a lot of great things that we were doing, and that thing is one that I had a lot of fun doing.
And
Now I'm on to the. Thank you. Now I'm on to the. I want to wall mount it, but I'm not buying black aluminum. Oh my God, the prices of these things.
You can say it's not
It's a
cheap.
sheet. Yeah. So I may just do an aluminum sheet that they have at like Home Depot or something, and either vinyl wrap it, which I'll probably vinyl wrap it because it's cleaner that way.
I can
but-
wrap. I know how to vinyl wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want to do that, and I want to find another I want to get another PS5 and start doing that. Start looking into that as well,
Nice.
because the PS5 will be interesting because so much of that needs cooled.
Yeah. Yeah. You could always do a sheet of acrylic too.
The problem is the height differences of all the chips and everything. EK Water Blocks did a plate for the PS5, water cooling it. I think the block itself is like $500.
Okay.
Given the current state of EK Water Blocks and how much
Yeah. How much
all
crap.
the YouTubers have jumped ship on them. I don't see them doing much with that anyways. Not a whole lot of people get into that stuff. So yeah, just chipping away at my backlog list. I do have one more backlog video to do, and that's going to be the big one because it's all my it's a lot of my PS4 games that I never finished.
Hey,
Trying to
Davi,
think, yeah.
hello.
Davi, hello, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Davi, hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Just for you guys to know, Davi is the husband of the sister of my wife.
Oh.
So he's a heavy gamer,
He's a
as us
brother-in-law.
too. Yeah, my brother-in-law. So he's a heavy gamer too.
Yes.
He's really anxious to
Fellow
play
gamer.
Shadow of Earth 3 too. So thanks for showing up, buddy.
That's another one that I knocked a bunch out of. My nephew spent the night to hang out with my daughter, cousins hanging out and stuff.
Right.
We beat Godfrey, both stages of them. Basically, we are at the last boss,
Oh, nice.
the Elden Beast,
Nice.
Oh, you're
which beat that thing. And then I'll be set up to do the DLC without having to roll into New Game Plus,
Nice.
which is
Yeah.
always a plus because Souls games get interesting once you start getting into the New Game Plus stuff.
Yeah, and you know something, a fun fact about Elden Ring. So we have a boss. We have a boss called Morg. It's an optional boss, right?
Mhm.
But to play the DLC, you need to defeat Morg. It's not optional anymore.
Oh.
So if you guys skip it, Morg, well, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need to find a way to kill him because in the past you have cheesy, easy way to kill him without taking damage, and they just fixed it. So well,
You screwed
You're
me
welcome.
up.
Yeah. FromSoft said, "Get good, scrubs."
Seems about
yeah,
right.
I did the cheesy way. It was amazing. I didn't take any damage at all. I just throw Kamehamehas on him, and he was just stopped right there, waiting for the death. It was amazing.
Nice.
Cannot quit Dota.
Yeah.
Never got into Dota.
Neither did
Yeah.
I. I was never really into the arena games.
I mean, I played League of Legends a little bit. I tried to play Dota. Davi even was the guy who I actually made me, convinced me to download it, but it was too confusing for me, and then I just quit. Sorry, Davi.
And this is coming from the guy who plays Destiny.
Hey, don't. Hey. we're gonna enter in a complicated situation right now. Destiny 2, it's a amazing golden game since the Final Shape DLC. Before that was yeah, kind of, you know, not good at all.
God damn, 3,500 hours.
Hey,
My man grinds at it.
sometimes you play a little, then you play more, then you play a little more, then and you're gonna have more hours.
I have a feeling this is the man of the living meme when the wife walks in and goes, "Sex now," and he's like, "I hate it here."
Yeah, and believe me, Irene loves Destiny too. She
Yeah.
liked that game. Yeah, she played the last expansion, the Witch Queen, with me, all the main campaign, and she built a quite good warlock on Destiny 2 using Void build.
Nice.
I think that's part of the problem is I never really got into the actual
Classes.
character class building and mastery.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got some friends here who already played the Destiny. Augusto is one of the heavy Destiny players here. And he was having the same problem before because he played it before, but he stopped like for a little bit of time. And with the new DLC, he was overwhelmed with a lot of things to catch up. But at the end, he managed to become more stronger than me, actually. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna Pat. You know what? We're gonna go because Rob's is gonna be short. He's been really busy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pass Rob over. Lucas, what have you been playing, man?
Oh, did you pass Rob? Oh my God. What a
come back to Rob.
crime.
Listen, Rob's is going to be so short.
Yeah, he's gonna say, well, I'm playing, those Candy Crush games on my cell phone while I work, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, well, Luke, what have you been up to, bud? What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing a bunch of stuffs. One of them is the theme, is the subject that I want to bring is Destiny to Final Shape. It's been an amazing journey, a nice 10 years journey closing to the series. So the campaign was amazing. The new new classes power they are vivid. They are new. They bring new mechanics. We have new enemies to fight, and I'm playing pretty much Destiny 2 right now, but I was playing Shrouded, which is a nice survival game. Kind of matches Zelda Breath of the Wild, in some aspects, but it's I mean an entire whole new system different from Zelda per se, because we have all the Enshroud mechanics. You guys need to search about it because it's a really nice game. And I was playing, join the Helldivers to become,
Nice.
that was a nice game. But I stopped because right now it's kind of repetitive because they did not change much in the game. I got all the powers I need in the game, and that's it. I can pretty much farm extreme content. Yeah, I can pretty much farm in the Helldiver difficult, but that's just it. So I pretty much stopped, and I'm still trying to finish Zelda Tears of Kingdom. I will never finish that game. Probably I will be playing that forever because I play 10 minutes and play 6 hours of Destiny 2, and then 10 minutes and more hours of Destiny 2. After work. So yeah. That's what's happening.
Nice.
I think my camera just...
Interesting topic of conversation for us to hold on to for next time.
Yeah.
My boy Cade.
Games. Yeah. Games we love, like he was just saying with Helldivers 2, having a lot of fun with it, losing interest because it doesn't change, but gamers then turn around and scream and complain.
Yeah.
When the game has changed.
Yeah, it happens. You can see Davi is playing right now 3.5 1,000 hours of Dota. And I can pretty much say if they change like drastically the way the game is right now, even if you know, you change like pretty much everything, probably he's gonna play that. He's not gonna play that anymore. Even complaining about, oh, we need more stuff, we need more content. But as an example, because I don't know, I know if that's not the case with Dota.
See, for
Yeah.
me, I that's why I stopped playing Final Fantasy 14, man.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. That's
Here's the thing though,
whew.
Rob and I go back to the original days of 14 when
Yeah.
when even tanks had MP that they needed to manage.
Yeah, like
Tanks had the stance dance, healers had the stance dance. You had stat points that you could put into characters.
last time,
And
like I'd have to go back and look. I'd just seen it, but I think that I have like 12,000 hours into that game.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hey,
you,
Davi, you're raising his in the perfect way. Keep with that with the hard work.
oh, if you want to give them an old school feel, Link's Awakening. I
Yeah,
had a lot of
Yeah,
fun with
would
that
be a
game.
really nice game for the little Lorenzo. His name is Lorenzo.
nice.
Nice. So,
Oh,
but is that it for you, Luke?
Yeah, I'm done. You guys can talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I just meant now we're gonna go to Rob's turn.
I got nothing. No,
Yeah, exactly.
no,
So he
that's
can
not
tell us
true.
about Candy Crush.
So
Uh
what I have been playing is on Games Pass. They just brought Octopath Traveler 1 and 2.
oh yeah.
So I'm jumping back into it. Um, and I put about 10 hours into Octopath 1 so far. And doing it completely different than
So
I did for my first playthrough. Yeah, I know I'm about
I
a
was gonna
32nd
say,
of the way through.
I was gonna say, so you're probably just past the intro
Well, see, the nice thing is I could skip a lot of the talking because I
because you
remember.
already, yeah.
So that cut a lot of it out. um,
Yeah.
I already have, I think, all the characters. So I already did chapter 1 for all the characters. And I don't remember this, and maybe it's because I was, playing it for the first time. But playing it this time, I noticed that whenever you go meet a new character, you can skip like the first
Oh
two
yeah.
parts of their story, and
Well, like
just
you can skip the introductory mission, like their
yeah,
backstory
and
mission.
basically just go beat the boss and have them join your party.
I thought about that, but then it's like you get to the end of the game and you're like Thanos when they're like, "You destroyed my life," and it's like I don't even know who you are.
Well, see, what was nice, like I said, I've already done it once, so I'm just going
Yeah.
in, and now I'm gonna, obviously there's other things that I forgot that I'm remembering now, but I'm gonna try and push through that because I haven't played a single second of Octopath 2, and I really love the old school JRPG feel that Octopath is. So
Oh,
it just that grind, you know.
and that grind is making a comeback because they're starting to make a lot of JRPGs now that are going back to turn based.
Yeah,
They're just finding little mechanics to add to make it interesting.
just like Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is
Or
another one that has a great feel to it that just has a couple of different mechanics, and even this kind of has it too, with like breaking shields and stuff.
Mhm.
But then Sea of Stars, which I rolled credits on, um, that there it has the time mechanic, sort of like Legend of Dragoon had, to where you press the button as you land the hit and it does a combo. So they're bringing these other cool aspects back into it that it makes me love the genre even more.
yeah, I mean we have Baldur's Gate 3. I think that's in the vanguard of changing things for the turn-based RPG. I played that like for hours and hours and hours that I just can't stop playing because I mean for the first time I tried I just quit. But after that I tried again and it was like wine, a new wine in my life because I was so upset with the turn-based genre even more because all of the, we have great players like Pokemon. They are really not, they're really not doing any new stuff for the last years. The gamings are kind of bland. You don't have any um, interesting mechanics. So Baldur's Gate for me was a refresh. And after that, I kind of noticed that games like Sea of Stars, Octopath Travelers. We have more gamers like that. They are really take that spirit of change. That
Hmm.
spirit of change to make things happen. So that's good.
Yeah. And then, Bren, like you said, we started season 2 House of the Dragon last night. Um, going to be glued to my TV set every Sunday, 9 o'clock. Um, me and my girlfriend Sammy, we literally have dips that we make dip, like taco dip or pizza dip or buffalo chicken dip, and get snacks together, and we'll just sit there and eat snacks and watch it. But yeah, so we got that, and then I've been watching another show, and it's called The Newsroom,
Mm,
and it has Jeff Daniels in it. Now,
nice.
I think I vaguely remember hearing about that.
so it is kind of political, um, but he is like attacking just politicians in general,
Oh, that's good.
and he does it on a national spotlight because he's a news anchor for the top rated news show in America. Um,
Hmm.
So and the whole reason I got into this was there was a big like video clip of this going around, and it's him and two other news anchors sitting on a stage, and this college girl asks him, you know, why is America great? And he goes on
Oh,
this
okay.
rant about like why America was great, but it's not great anymore. And that is literally the opening to the show. That is the first scene in the show, and I didn't know that.
I think I need to watch it then because I take issues with some of the things that he brought up there.
Watch it, dude, because it actually, like, I mean, it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I really like the way he thinks and everything because he's attacking Republicans and Democrats and everybody, and just like,
Hmm.
if people weren't such shitty people, basically, then we wouldn't have as many problems as we have now.
You guys can always come to Brazil.
Oh God.
Come here. It will be nice. Yeah, I'm not a patriot. Sorry the patriots in the chat. I'm not that guy.
But
Oh my God.
overall, it's been a pretty good show. So I've been watching that, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been watching or playing. I did put it. Been playing Pokemon Yellow recently.
Old school. Taking
Yeah,
it old school.
yeah, just something that I can putz around with in my free time, play for a couple minutes, and do a quick save, and yeah.
Nice.
But
I get it, man.
other than that, like, I haven't been up to too much. I've been working a lot. It's car season. I've always been huge into cars. So, I've gone to some car shows and doing stuff like that, spending time with the family, and yeah, that's pretty much been it.
Cool.
I wish
Awesome.
I can see a car show one day because uh, right now cars for me are just made to you know walk in wheels, and you enter in them and they transport you to the place you need. So probably I need to spend some time nurturing my passion for cars one day.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now on to before we do the big topic of what we're going to be covering. I mentioned that we may have some problems with the launch of Dawn Trail, and
Oh,
not problems. I pray that we do not have server issues again.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, just to put everyone in the same page in the chat, guys, for you guys who don't know, Dawn Trail is a DLC who will come from Final Fantasy XIV, which is a well-known MMORPG, in the Final Fantasy universe. I'm a heavy player of it. Robert is a heavy player of it. Bren it is. So we're gonna start talking about some
Um,
issues that can happen in the DLC and issues that are
yeah.
happening right now.
So what they do is every time an expansion launches, they offer, and all these fucking gaming companies do this now.
Mm.
If you pre-order, you get 3 days of early access.
Oh, not again.
It's an MMO with an expansion. Everybody's pre-ordering it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not.
everybody's in 3 days early.
I'm not
They do
pre-ordering it.
not they do not account for this. So we end up with such severe server congestion that everybody starts getting, I think it's 90K, the server disconnect errors.
So
Yeah.
Because Final Fantasy is an instance-based game where you all move to another instance when something goes on. Because everybody's flooding it at the same time, you get rejected from going further.
Yeah.
So you end up sitting on the world map, and really the only thing you can do is fate farm.
yeah.
Yeah.
While everybody throws their heads against the wall that is the instance. And then no one gets anywhere. It leads to a bunch of fights on like Facebook, and everybody's calling each other stupid for thinking, oh, just keep doing it. You'll eventually get through. And then another person's like, oh, why don't we all just get in a line so that way we have a higher chance of getting through? It turns into a nightmare. So I hope that it gets fixed. But what I'm talking about here, since
So
I was trying to give backstory on it.
well, Bren, I got a thing for you on this real quick, and it's something that I thought last time.
Hmm.
Do you really think that they don't take that into account, or do you think they count on it?
You know what? I was thinking about that, and I think they do count on it because, and it's a thought that I had when I was talking. 14 players throw themselves at every bit of content
As
when it comes
rapidly
out.
as they can.
They skip a lot of them who are just interested in the battle stuff. They skip all story. They go straight to the end. They throw themselves at every bit of content within the first week, and then they sit there and bitch and complain when there's nothing to do in the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I have a thing to say. If you guys remember, the release of Endwalker was, it's a multi-millionaire company. Of course, they're not waiting for so much players trying to enter in the game and etc. Of course, you can do the math by the pre-ordering. All right, you can prepare yourself. So we have a massive server issue. There are times me and Irene, we wasted, like, we have to log in 3 p.m. like our time and
Mm-hmm.
start like walking a little bit in the game, like into, like, let me see, 20 to 30 minutes every time, because when we reach 6 p.m., which is the hour everyone is logging in, it's nighttime, before work, we literally could log in. If by any means we lost our connection at the evening, we can't play. We just not able to play at that day. We're just not. So it was terrible, and that endured for, I don't know, 1 week and a half or more. That was terrible to experience that, because it's a full price DLC in a month paid game. So it's you know
Yeah.
frustrating.
I get it, dude. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that, especially that they live in Australia, which now they have their own servers, the oceanic servers. I think that's what they're calling them, the ones that just opened up. And I get why they don't prepare better for it, because the game industry is looking at this problem now. COVID happened. They hired a bunch of people to do
Yeah.
these work from home jobs. And now that everybody's back in the office, they don't have a choice but to do all these layoffs. And now everybody's screaming about how they don't care about people that work in the gaming industry. Square Enix would have the same problem if they bought a bunch of servers to account for the high traffic on the expansion launch. After a couple months, when people start checking out because they did all the content, now Square Enix is left with all this overhead for these servers and equipment. So,
Yeah.
it's it's a lose-lose situation no matter how you look at it. So, but the thing that we were talking about, a pretty high up, I don't know how high up he is, but he's a big streamer for 14. His name's Xenos.
Oh,
It's like Xenos Vex or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He is known for running the harder content and showing that him and his group can clear it without a healer. They did it with the preview dungeon for Dawn Trail. He ran it with himself that plays a warrior, a dragoon, a ninja, and a red mage.
Now, to be fair, red mages do bring heals to a group.
And resurrection.
Right.
No.
So they're almost like a hybrid healer. But still.
As we showed on the Square Enix forum for Final Fantasy XIV, they are staging a healer strike.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's gonna get them because I don't see. I mean, you can pretty much brag about it and etc. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna do, 8 players hide stuff, if you're gonna do a little bit more harder content than just normal dungeons, you're probably gonna need a real reeler, not a hybrid one.
And that's the thing. Xenos is a top tier player.
Yeah.
He does the ultimate raids.
Exactly.
That's less than 1% of the player base of 14.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand why people are so mad about it. Oh yeah, the healers got one bottom DPS skills. Yeah, the healers are simple, but imagine if the healers are not that simple and every single healer were difficult. Dude, we're gonna wait like ages for getting some HP back.
And here's the thing, Square Enix has already admitted, Yoshi himself has admitted, and I think several other people that work under him have admitted, healers were not really meant to deal damage during dungeons.
Yeah, they're healers.
If they're not going to make that tier of difficulty when in their minds healer wasn't meant to be part of the damage output. They weren't really meant to be part of the damage output.
Yeah.
And I've seen the argument time and time again online of, well, yeah, but damage output equals less damage dealt. So that in itself is a mitigation. So why wouldn't healers do it? All right, fine. Yeah, true. But it's their game. They made it. That's how they made it. That's the way it was meant to be played.
Dude, if you are mad about healing in 14, you should try World of Warcraft. That would be nice. Go for it. We'll be amazed how healers do damage in that game. They don't. So I mean, what I'm saying is, it's pretty much what Brain said. Healers are not supposed to give some kind of like DPS rotation, like Black Mage or Summoner, or yeah. Exactly, Davi. Healer with damage is called a paladin, and we have actually a class like that, but it's a tank. So that
warriors.
Yeah. That's what happened.
God. Yeah. So, but on the Square Enix forum, a lot of people have, and if Rob wants to scroll through just real quick. It's a lot of people saying, yeah, I want to put my name on that.
So there's a total of, I think, 3,300 comments on this thread, we'll say. And a lot of it's back and forth, people talking, so it's not everybody talking about it, or signing their name to it. But there has been a little bit of an uptick in, players not being happy with the healing
I
role.
think, yeah, I think people let's wait and see what changes we get in Dawn Trail, because they may make some minor adjustments since, um, like I said, they had YouTubers come in, they were trying out the new classes, they were trying this and that. They may make some final adjustments, but I think we all just need to calm down and wait for the actual Dawn Trail game to release and see how everything goes.
Yeah, I
There
cannot agree
may be
more.
some better synergy with some of the class changes coming.
Well,
I don't know. There's a lot of people that play a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
being honest, I play DPS and think I couldn't give a fuck more for that healer stuff, so I just don't care. I just will grab all the ads, start giving all the damage in case I was playing DPS, but and the healer should just heal. Nice. It's not a democracy. It's a game.
So that's it. That was our little bit of news for 14. Um, we are 15. Well, tomorrow when hopefully a lot of people see this, we'll be exactly 2 weeks out from the release of Dawn Trail. 14 days.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have a calendar pulled up, so I can't tell if that's 14 days to the early access, which we all know is
I know
just
that.
treated as the official release.
Yeah.
When is early access?
I think it's like
not
June 28th.
2nd July. It's not 2nd July.
I think the 2nd of July is the official release.
Sure. Okay.
But there's the 3 days. So they always do things on it. They always do a release on a Tuesday.
Yeah, so the 2nd is a Tuesday. So
then it's 3 days before that. So it'd be Monday, Sunday, Saturday would technically be their early access.
The 29th.
Okay. Is the 29th a Friday?
It's a Saturday.
Okay. Well, they may just do Saturday then.
Which is 12 days.
I got to check the thing.
12 days.
Okay, so they're counting the official release day on that timer. But
yeah.
Go ahead, you sound like you had something you wanted to say.
No. I was just gonna say, like, I agree with you guys a lot. That we just got to see what everything brings, because as Luke said, it's a dungeon. Dungeons are meant to be cleared day one. They're not meant to be any test of anything, really. They're just filler, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Let's all just calm down. Okay, let's all just calm down. Wait for the release, where everybody gets their panties in a wad. And another thing they're not taking into account: this is a 1% player.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we have more nice stuff to talk about, right? It's still gonna be in the releasing of everything in 14. Yeah. So let's give those guys a time while we cover more nice stuff.
We are gonna roll the show on now, because I see the note in here. Luke, Rob.
Yes.
Did you guys want to talk about Final Shape? Destiny 2, Final Shape.
It's perfect. It's good. No one needs to talk anymore.
Looks like leave it alone. It's playing just fine.
Yeah, just buy it and play. I can rush you guys to the max level and force you guys to play every day with me. Hear my voice, and that's it. That's it. It's all you guys need to know.
You threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You guys, you can make your points.
I played right up in halfway through Witch Queen. I'm a warlock myself, and
best class.
As much as I loved this game at the beginning, it became, like you said, I think with Dota or one of the other ones, just so repetitive, and it just got frustrating to the point that, like, I would play like you 5-6 hours a day, and just grind in gear, trying to get exotics and do what I could to build the best warlock build that I could. And don't get me wrong, there were certain things, that I thought were a blast. Whenever they had the I'm drawing a blank on it, but around Halloween they always have like the continuation dungeon where you just get,
Yeah.
what is the name of that? I can't remember. But that was always, that was always really fun. You just go as far as you can, as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
But it just, like I said, it became too repetitive. And then the final shape, I haven't played it. I've heard that there's good and positive. There's a lot of people that are saying it's really great and it reminds them of old school Destiny. It's putting it back on the map. But I've also heard a lot of people just say that, it's just so far past the point of return that it's hard to bring them back into it. So maybe I'll dabble into it, but as of right now, I can't even say it's on my radar. Especially whenever you give me back Cade and then you rip him away again.
Yeah, that was yeah, I
It's a
hate
dick
that too.
move, man.
Yeah, I hate that too. I mean, I understand your point. From my point of view, I would recommend just to give a little bit of more time to see if that will become like wine. With time will get better. Since the new CEO of Sony is giving a lot of support and pressure into Bungie for them to release all the things. They changed the season systems, they changed the class system, they changed a lot of stuff. Now you can have 2 exotics in the armor sets. You can make a lot of crazy builds with chromatic class. And right now, I mean, I'm playing because I'm liking it, but I'm giving times is I didn't buy the annual pass, like the entire 12 months pass, season pass. So I just buy only the DLC and the first month which comes with it. And I will the Witch Queen I've buy it for the entire year, and I cannot regret more because it's not worth it. It was a mid bland bad expansion with nothing to do. Right now we have tons of not repetitive content, tons of content, but we still have to see if Bungie will remain doing things like that, because the players like you, Rob, they were there was so much promise, so much things that Bungie said to you guys and to me there was not like the really truth. They didn't make anything to change at all. So it's not we cannot take like a hype moment where they are doing good things and say, oh, bring everyone back because it's gonna be like that for the end of the year. Because in Destiny, at least for Witch Queen, there were moments we passed like more than 6 months without any new, and when I say any new stuff, it's it's like
Right.
barely even a visual skin or some paid content where you can pay or acquire. No, it's nothing there. So they are changing it, so we have to see if they will remain as they are right now.
Well,
Cool.
and I mean that's one of the big things that I'm Destiny has burned me on too many times. Pre-ordering, expansions and everything, and wanting to jump into it head first, and then you got good content for 2-3 weeks, and then it's back to repetitiveness. So that's why I just haven't wanted to even think about it. I'm trying to look up to see if I can figure out how many hours I have into Destiny, because I bet
All
that's
right.
between 2 and 3,000 hours too.
Oh man. All right. Well, all negativity gone. All negativity gone because we're gonna talk Summer Games Fest now and the Xbox showcase and games, all the games that we saw that we're excited for.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Right now, we're gonna get into
Oh,
the good chunk, guys.
now following this shirt right here. All right. Yes, Davi, I see Destiny expansion is behind Elden Ring. Of course. Dude,
Oh yeah,
there's Elden Ring DLC has been waited on. We've been wanting it for a year. And yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot of Destiny content. So I don't see all the people shilling for it. I do see a lot of people complaining about it, especially if you look at Destiny on Steam and all the lines they have for the add-ons. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, but the first game that I'm going to go over for the Summer Games Fest, and I'm kind of sad because it's only on the MetaQuest 3. It's exclusive to the MetaQuest 3, and that is Batman Arkham Shadow. It is a VR game that is set between. It is part of the Arkhamverse. They have confirmed it is part of the Arkhamverse, but it is after Gotham Origins, which is a shit game. I'm even gonna get started on that. But before Arkham Knight, and they brought back the same voice actor that they used for Arkham Origins, and we did have a Batman game for the PlayStation VR. I think it was on the Meta 2 as well, but it was more of a detective noir game. You didn't really do action. You just kind of looked around and found things. You just kind of grabbed a bunch of things and solved cases. This looked a little more action oriented, which could be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I won't get to partake in it. I cannot buy another VR system, especially not for one game. I'm not doing it. They sound like they're going away from all these exclusives, so hopefully one day we'll see it on the PlayStation VR 2. Is being developed. Oh, it's by the Camouflage Studio.
Yeah.
For Warner Brothers games, and will be released. It's coming in fall. It's coming this year in the fall. But like I said, it's only for the MetaQuest 3.
For now.
I mean,
For now.
if you're really a Bruce Wayne fan, you should be rich right now because he's rich. So you can buy a MetaQuest 3 just to play one game. That's what Bruce Wayne would do it. He would do it, you know. That's what would happen.
You know what? If I didn't have a stack of games for 3 different consoles already that I didn't finish.
Dude, I bought a Nintendo Switch just to play Pokemon, and I regret it, so I understand that.
There are so many great games that you need to try on the Switch.
Yeah, I still can try them in other platforms.
Let's not get Nintendo's lawyers involved.
Yeah.
As we've said before on the show, Nintendo don't care, man. Nintendo don't care.
And don't care. They will drag your ass through the dirt.
Yeah. Well, if they want to come to Brazil, that would be, I hope they try. I hope they come and bring nice black cars so we can, steal
the parts off.
Steal from them. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all we got. We didn't get much. We just got a little reveal trailer, and they talked about. I think Jeff Keighley talked about it for all of like 30 seconds. And check it out. Check out the video. All right, cool. On to the next one. And that's how they did it. That's how they did it for a lot of things. So, but the next one. One. I have. This was my introduction into the FPS world. Okay. And I didn't know, Rob. They continued these games.
I do.
There have been many more over the years.
But they just haven't been as good.
I didn't know that.
I did.
I didn't know. But Delta Force is back because the last Delta Force came out in 2009, 2010-ish.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that this plays how we always wanted Call of Duty Black Ops to play.
Yeah.
A little more methodical, a little more slowed down, everyone being a little more quiet.
Well,
do things actual Black Ops like.
What I really, really like about this game is the fact that they are splitting it. So there's going to be 2 timelines in this game. And one you're going to start in 1993, and it's basically going to be the game that we remember, Bren. It's going to be the Black Hawk Down campaign using the Unreal Engine 5 right? I think they're at
Oh,
5 or 6, whatever the latest version of it is.
5.
Um, and it's just going to be amazing. And
Guess
then
what? You two need to sign up.
for the
Before we go further,
Y'all? Hmm.
there's an alpha test that will be held on Steam in July.
yeah, I'm already signed up for it.
Oh, you already signed
Gonna
up
do
for
it
it.
right now.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I interrupted you, but I had to get that out there. It's like everybody, you need to sign up.
Guys, in the chat, please sign up for that game so we all can make a live gaming night. Will be amazing to match with you guys online. So yeah, sign up for one more FPS game. We don't have more. We just need one more.
So the second
Nice.
timeline is going to be in 2035. And it's going to be the, futuristic first person kind of, it's going to have like the Black Ops feel to it where, it's going to be all the gear and the gadgets and everything. But it's going to be that, like, the fact they're doing both of those is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, we need an FPS to come in and knock Call of Duty off the crown, knock the crown off the head of
Yeah.
Activision Blizzard with Call of Duty, and I really hope Delta Force is here for it.
So there's a couple of different gameplays that are pretty cool. Like it's different. So one of the things that they have is it's called Hazard Operations, and I have it up on screen. But what the mode is it's an extraction shooter. So, and it's set in the 2035 timeline. But you and your squad go in, you go take on local militias while also battling against rivals player squads to complete the objective.
So they put a twist on Helldivers.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So
Luke, you're signed up, right?
Yeah.
We need
I'm on it.
we need to get a squad together.
I'm on it.
um
Nice.
but then there's the Havoc Warfare, which is just going on with everything. And then they have the action-packed campaign from the original Delta Force, Black Hawk Down. And I remember these missions clearly, and running through buildings, and just it was just amazing. This is like But one of the things that they've done is they've actually gone through and consulted with military personnel to bring realism into the game.
Good.
And
Here's the thing, I'm sorry to cut you off on this, but this is something that needs to be important. Do not worry so much more about graphics. Worry more about network connectivity.
well,
Oh yeah.
and that's one
Because
of the things,
nothing. God,
I was going to say, well, it's one of the things they talk about here too, with their zero tolerance cheater policy, kind of leading me to believe that, like how you were going to say, or what I believe you were going to say, was with Battlefield, what was it, 2099 or whatever it was, 2044, that it was just a shit game. I mean, it was supposed to be, the be all end all for Battlefields, and it ended up just being a convoluted mess.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say nothing will kill your new game launch faster than teams dropping out mid-match.
And that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
and that's what happened to Battlefield all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They market it great. Oh yeah, there's gonna be all these weather anomalies, and you're gonna have to try and survive during hurricanes or sand tornadoes, and everyone's like, bro, I can't even fucking get on.
Well, I mean, look when we were playing, you, me, and Jay, and I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but it was like anytime one of us jumped in a jet, we would just lose network connectivity, like in the jet, and then the jet would hit a building and blow up because we disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah. It shouldn't have to be this, well, just release it and we'll fix it as we go down the road. No.
Right.
Gamers we're tired of it. We're over that. It's done. So,
Yeah.
but that's great. Little realism, focus on the players and not so much of pushing 4K with ray tracing. And let's be honest, if it's going to be a PvP style extraction, nobody's looking at fucking reflections to see where the light's aiming. Okay. Let's jump over that and focus on the other thing. So, but that's great. Do we have any window of
So
release?
we know that the open beta goes live next month. We don't have an actual release date yet. If I had to guess, I would say Q2 2025.
Yeah, that gives them. Well, the alpha's next month.
Yeah.
So a beta should be late in the year. So yeah, hopefully Q2 of next year then.
Yeah.
But until then, that gives me time to, if I do clear out my backlog, I can go back and maybe look at some of these other Delta Force games I missed out on.
Oh no,
Just
no more
glad-
backlogs. Please. Brent,
why
you
it's-
already. Oh god. That guy. If you guys watching here, you can watch the previous videos on the channel about backlogs. That guy here has like a big chunk of games he didn't play or play for some hours. You need to finish them first. Focus.
I do. And I still want to go back and get Unicorn Overlord because that is an interesting ass strategy RPG. And Vanillaware does beautiful work with the art. That's all I'm going to say on that. But we're going to keep it rolling before I get things off topic again. And this next game is, if you're a Gundam fan, if you're a Xenogears fan, if you're
None
an
of the
Armored Core
Enders.
fan, yeah, we have a new PvP game centered around you building your own mech called Mecha Break.
Nice.
And I watched a video for it, and it moved a little bit.
Yeah, me too. Because, dude, since Fires of Rubicon set the bar for war robot games so high, I was expecting a nice PvP focused game that was really that looked like Fires of Rubicon. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that game. I hope we have at least a little campaign to introduce us to the history of the game. I don't know if it's going to be full PvP centric, only PvP without any history, like Helldivers 2, which I think it's a waste because Helldivers could be a really really nice, rich story for the game. Could have a really rich content from the history point. I mean, I'm really excited for this Mecha Break one. I hope we have some campaign on it.
So do I. Foam Stars kind of did that. They skipped past any type of campaign thing, and they just went straight. They went straight to the PvP. They went straight to the passes and all the microtransactions and add-ons, and it just absolutely killed that game. And yes, Rob has it. I don't know how far behind I am.
Oh no, Rob. Full Star is free to play, or is buy to play?
I don't.
Foam Stars is a PS5 only game.
Oh, so it's buy to play.
It's a PlayStation. I think it's on PS4 as well. Maybe not.
Looks like a bad copy of Splatoon.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It is a Foam Stars is for kids that loved Splatoon but have outgrown it. Because now it's like teenage and late teens and older, young adults, and instead of making a mess with paint, you clean everything up with soap and bubbles.
That's bad.
Yeah, but this Mecha Break looked so awesome.
So I was looking and like they have all kinds of background stuff and videos on their website,
Yeah,
but it looks like the game itself is just like PvP.
just PvP.
Yeah,
Just PvP.
that's what it
Okay.
seems
I
like.
was gonna say because yeah, like you can build and customize completely, but you have your usual stuff. You have your attackers, your defenders, snipers, and uh, they call it a brawler, but just seems to me like it's an attacker. It looks if you've played the Xenogear game on PS1, it kind of looks a lot like that, but it also got these Gundam vibes to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
The downside is here's the thing, Rob. I'm not real big in the Gundam series.
Oh,
I don't know it like you and Jay do, or apparently Luke. Who
you should it's not Gundam what I'm gonna say now, dude, but you should at least try to watch Code Geass. At least. It's a
Okay.
nice well, it's not so focused on the mechas, but it's a nice anime talk, like it's a nice, it's not good as Gundam, but it's a good place to start.
Okay. Um, Downside, they're doing a closed beta
oh,
on Series X only.
Yeah, and they're going to have a battle royale combat system up to 60 players on the same screen. But I don't think how a battle royale system will work with robots that you can custom using better weapons and etc. Probably it's just gonna be a mode, but I hope
Well,
it's just gonna be a mode. I hope that's my hope.
so for balancing reasons, it will always give you something and always take away another thing.
Sure.
So there will always be some weakness to exploit. But that's comes with the fun of team compositions and learning to build and work together with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Looks interesting. I want to
I'm
try it.
I'm in.
Of course, I also said that about Exoprimal, and I tried that
Oh,
once on my
yikes.
Xbox Game Pass.
That game was a waste.
Yeah. Oh well. But no release date yet. Closed beta for Xbox only. Looks a lot of fun. I'm gonna go into it with Xenogear vibes. Just much faster combat, obviously, because that was a turn-based JRPG.
Well, like I said,
So,
having the videos up in here, like there is some videos that make it look like it's a brawler.
yeah.
You know, it almost has like DBZ Budokai feels to it.
Hmm. Actually, I'm really excited for the DBZ Sparking Zero 4. That will be our new Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
Nice.
that? Sparking Zero or whatever, the new one.
Sparking Zero
Yeah.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Oh man, I remember buying those games.
Yeah.
So
Dude, yeah.
next, our next little bit here, and I love horror movies. Bloomhouse is always one that it was an interesting studio, and some of their more recent stuff was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
But they are now getting into games, and they have, oh my God, is this Square Enix vibes going on here? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that they announced at Summer Games Fest. And these games, they all vary wildly in how they play, and what type of game they are. Like Grave Seasons, for one, is a pixelated or retro looking game. And then there are this other one, Sleep Awake, is a first person psychedelic horror game that takes place in the distant future. So we're going from first person to retro 8 bits to I think one of them, I can't remember which one, is a story focused game, one of the storyteller games. So, but those games, here are some of the other ones. Fear the Spotlight, which centers on two teens sneaking into a school after hours. Sleep Awake, which, like I said, was the first-person psychedelic horror game. Crystal, sorry, I hit my mic again. Theater of Idols, a first-person horror adventure set in the terrifying version of Spain, where statues of saints spring to life. That game, I remember the guy wanted to talk about how he just wanted to show the history and culture of Spain. And he did it like by horror.
Yeah.
Because nothing says come check out our culture like, let me show you some interesting ways to kill some people.
I mean,
Grave Seasons, a pixelated farming and town simulation game. Where one of the residents is a supernatural serial killer. Project C, which they gave us no information on, and the simulation,
My favorite one of all time.
Focused on a retired game designer whose only evidence for a crime is a never before seen horror game. It's kind of like you're pointing the finger at yourself there, bud.
I was gonna say, is that an Inception?
yeah.
It's like a game inside of a game inside of a game.
They had I think it's Justin or Jason Bloom, the creator of the studio. He came out with another lady, and they just went over it all. Like you said, they gave us some snippets and they talked about the games for a little bit, but it was all pretty much just, hey, we're into games now. Keep your eyes focused. But yes, they wanted to point out they are working. There is a sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's. So calm down. You're all getting that. We just wanted to show you our games.
Dude,
but you're still getting a sequel.
I am a total coward talking about our games. I tried to play what is the game called? The one you just pretty much run from some kind of mutant guys. Let me see.
Dead by Daylight?
No, it's not Dead by Daylight. What is the name of that game? Hey, someone in the chat, help me.
Hold on, because Evil Within.
No, it's not Evil Within 1 or 2. I roll credits on all those ones. You have guns to defend yourself. It's not that
Slenderman.
Yeah, that one was great. Like back in the day, that one was great. But let me just do a little search here.
Check your Steam.
I've never been a huge horror fan myself, so
I have been.
I know.
I'm a complete weirdo. I'll admit I found Human Centipede very interesting.
It's Outlast.
Oh.
Yeah, Outlast. I tried to play Outlast and Outlast 2. Dude, the first one was fine, but the second one was too creepy, too much. I can feel my entire home becoming haunted because of that game. Every time I just open it, something weird happens in my house. So I was just like, I just can't play that anymore, because there are times on the game you like using your camera to just film like a lot of NPCs in the game. And when you just turn off the camera and turn on again, they directly watch you. The game has that IA that makes it like those monsters knows that you are watching them, and they just watch you and keep staring at you. I just can't. It's too much.
That's awesome, dude.
That's not.
I'm
your
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So,
dude.
But like I said, we didn't get much. They didn't give us much info. Just like I said, check out our games or stay tuned. We'll have more info shortly. This next one,
I was gonna say, changing it up a little bit.
So,
I'm stoked.
They are targeting
Us.
the 80s and early 90s babies.
Finally, I hope
We
they don't
have, what's
screw
that?
it. I hope they don't screw it.
Oh, this game, it's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game. It is a retro
Side scroller.
side scroller.
Brawler.
It's basically it's almost like a reskinned Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Though the side scroller beat 'em ups were big in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a big part of my early gaming years. And watching it, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm watching Fox Kids again.
Yeah.
And Power Rangers. Streets of Rage was in my head. All the old Ninja Turtle games, because most of those games were side scrollers as well. They gave us a real nice, in-depth, long trailer look at it. I can't wait to get my hands on it at some point.
It has a
'Cause I
decent
do
soundtrack too.
It does.
You know, and that's
'Cause
one of the
I
things
have to get through my backlog a little bit more.
that's one of the things that I've absolutely loved about, like, you know, Shredder's Revenge and now Rita's Rewind. They have awesome soundtracks that just like get you moving. So you just put a play, man. Just put a get into it.
Yeah. I want to go. I feel like I want to go get the snacks and I want to hang out in front of the TV and wait for the couch co-op to kick in.
Give me the stuffed crust Pizza Hut nasty pizza that we and
The old Pizza Hut that had like you could feel like the cornmeal stuff on the crust of it all.
And then
Yeah.
just Mountain Dew and Turner's iced tea.
Yeah.
You Mountain Dew. Oh my God. I always wanted to prove and drink Mountain Dew, but we don't have it here. Looks like bleach. Look like some kind of product to clean your house.
I was just gonna say it's a carbonated green cleaning formula.
It cleans something all right.
Oh yeah.
So you guys are drinking bathroom cleaner.
Well, yeah.
It looks.
You wonder why Americans have so
tasty.
many problems.
Well, and we're getting off the rails a little bit, so this will be the last comment on it. But what it is they figure if they clean your insides, eventually it comes out and it'll clean everything else too. It's an all-in-one, you know?
You don't need to clean your bathroom. You just drink Mountain Dew and it's fine.
And just piss it all over the place.
So this next
so
game,
bad.
Well, hold on, because they didn't give us an exact release date for it. They just said that it was coming late 2024. No word. They did not say if it was a console exclusive or anything. I think thanks to Sony, they're going to be getting rid of exclusives and timed exclusives. Yeah, I said it. Sony should have stayed in Japan where it was when it was big. On to the next game.
Yeah.
This was an interesting one. Now, this is another Souls-like.
Hey,
It's Notria. Yo.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just David sent out that he was a coward too to play other games, and he loved fear. So he played the classic Silent Hill 2, and I don't think he's gonna play the new Silent Hill remake because it's crappy. But
we
need
can
to
save
wait.
that for another video because I have complaints about why I was excited and then let down with the new Silent Hill.
Yeah. Sorry.
And Notria, the last song. That's fine because I got you fired up over a certain festival that happens in your homeland.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Notria, I could tell as soon as because the trailer that they gave us wasn't a gameplay footage. It was a trailer video that they made, and automatically I could tell that it played like a Souls game. But it's a fantasy world based off of Italian folklore and culture. Now, from the video that we saw, when you beat a boss, you rip off his mask, and apparently the mask is like somehow tied to his skin and everything. So it's all bloody and he screams when you rip the mask off. But whenever you put the mask on from a boss that you kill, this is what we saw from the video, you take on that appearance, and then the soldiers kind of like believe you. Like they didn't just hear a fight going on.
Yeah, that's
It'll be interested in seeing how beating a boss and then wearing his face
Hello,
makes enemies in the game treat you differently, if that is what it does.
I have some things to say about it, because it to me looks like they turned like a problem in the game where the NPCs don't have sufficient, intelligence into a mechanic. So that's where the where that's where all the mask mechanics come.
Yeah.
So I saw the gameplay. Looks like not like a real gameplay, but I saw on the Steam. Looked like a ripoff of Lies of P mixed with Elden Ring, but with some strange graphics, because you cannot from just what I saw in the video, you cannot feel the impact of the sword on the boss or in the enemies. You cannot feel that you are like hitting it heavy, like, all right, I'm gonna kill that guy right now with that. So it looks like you're just shriveling your sword everywhere, and
Hopefully this will be a less Dark Souls where you could just hide behind a shield for a lot of things. Hopefully it'll be more like a faster paced Bloodborne, where a lot of it's parry and dodge based.
barrel rolls, barrel. Pretty much.
I like what Davi said. It's Majora's Mask Souls like.
Yeah, pretty much Majora's Mask Souls like, but I'm kind of. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm always expect the worst. So it's terrible.
It is available for pre-order on Steam and the PlayStation Store. Not sure about Xbox because I don't have an Xbox that I play on. But the release date is September 18th of 2024. I don't see that there's any type of digital deluxe edition. There's just the game, which let's face it, we all kind of like that when we don't have a bunch of hoops that we have to choose from, and we kind of just have one that we go off of. So yeah, another Souls-like game that's coming in mid-September. Interesting how they're going to do the whole mask thing. So, coming on down here.
This is one that I am.
I'm going to let Rob. I'm going to let you guys talk about it, because I didn't. The game seems interesting, as in they say in the trailer how the world would have gone down had one important character not been born.
Dude, I'm expecting that game to be the salvation of online games right now, like MMOs or MMORPG. I'm waiting this to save me. Really. I'm really excited for that.
So this is, and we're talking about Dune Awakening.
Yes.
So Dune right now has seen a huge resurgence of popularity. And it's it's due to the Dune movies being remade. And
there's Zack Snyder, aren't they? Or is that the other thing I'm thinking about on
No, that's the other thing. That's Rebel Moon.
Yeah, Rebel Moon. That's on Netflix.
Meh. I'm waiting for the director's cuts for that. But back to Dune Awakening. They're on HBO Max. But this game here, it's a survival MMO.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few that have kind of dabbled in this. But this is being developed and published by Funcom, who is also known for Conan Exiles, which was a really good survival game. So there's going to be a bunch of resources that I feel like they're going to bring over to Dune. And one of the things that like they had was like a thirst and hunger meter, and on a desert planet, your thirst meter and your hydration meter are going to be huge. So like I think it's that there's just going to be so many factors that come into this survival game. So they talk about a couple of things that are in this game that include like building shelters and maintaining your still suit, which, for those who don't know, a still suit takes the moisture from your body and the purifies the liquids from your body and allows you to re-drink it.
Oh my god.
But I mean, there's like no water.
Amazing.
There's like no water on the planet on Arrakis. So, you're going to be able to upgrade that. Then you're going to hunt for spice blooms, and spice is huge in this world. I don't know if you've watched the movies, Bren, or not, or Luke. But spice is almost like this LSD style drug that like just,
oh man,
it's really cool. But
they're gonna give a kidney stone treatment as an upgrade in the game.
yeah, right.
How to combat kidney stones.
But one of the things that they talk about is that you're gonna have to hunt for these spice blooms and harvest it and protect it from other raiders. So I'm expecting this to be kind of Fallout-ish, in that aspect of it. And then there's so much of the creative side of it that you build your fortress and you create it, and you do different things with that side of it. One of the things they talked about in that I haven't seen any other survival game do yet.
No.
Is that when you build something, you can save the blueprint, and then you don't have to like figure out how you built it to rebuild it. You just click the blueprint and it builds it. So you build a really cool, water treatment plant, and you go to another area on the map and you want to do it again. You have the blueprint. You just click and go.
Yeah, there's one game that did that.
Okay.
And Brain knows. It's Tears of Kingdom. You can save your giant robots and build that again, just clicking on stuff. But
in a survival game, it's unheard of.
Yeah. We don't have. I was saying that in a survival, we don't have that. I mean, I played a lot of the Forest. I'm playing Shrouded. I played Valheim. I really love the survival genre, and it's new. I mean, and I'm really excited for the combat of that game too. Will be nice and movable, and like will be really fluid combat style. I love that. So we can alternate between some guns and between some powers. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I'm super.
I'm hoping that to save me even from Destiny. I hope.
So
all right. So
Dune Awakening, I don't think, and I didn't put it in this because
I think we don't have exact date where it's gonna be.
Do they have
They have a beta sign up on their page, and man, their page is a lot like. No, it just says to be announced.
Yeah,
it's a lot like Mecha Break, their page. So the one thing that I'm super hoping for is I want to ride a worm.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
that would be nice.
So, Brent, there's these giant sandworms in there, and one of the things that you do is like you ride them.
One of those stuff that were gonna be nice that they introduce a transformation system into a worm because the son of Paul actually transformed into a worm. So uh,
Oh
yeah,
my
a
God.
worm god. So that would be amazing if we can like follow a skill path into a worm god. You know, imagine you a giant worm raiding other people's world, dude. It would be just mind blowing.
Yeah.
So I should probably watch the movies then to get
I
a
would.
feel of what the story is.
They're good
Okay.
movies. The first one starts a little slow, and it's like 3 hours
Yeah,
long.
yeah,
Oh
and the
my
movie
God.
it's loud, too loud sometimes. The remake that we're talking about. I don't know. I watch it on my TV, and sometimes the sound gets like I don't know if you guys watched that new film that the guys can like go back in time or something like that. It's called Tenet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
loud as Tenet sometimes.
Yeah, I need to I was gonna watch it, so
All
Good
right.
luck with
okay.
that. Good luck to
Dune
understand that movie.
it's wish listed right now. There's talk of the beta sign up. Is the beta sign up for Steam only? Probably.
Yeah, I think
A
so.
game that size, they're probably just starting it on PC then. So moving on to the next MMO news, and this is something that we didn't see coming, or at least I
I
didn't
want,
see coming. We
if you
have
allow me, I want to take the lead on this.
go right
Well,
ahead.
as you take the lead, and they close it already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was a hell of a journey in that game for me because I played the original New World, which was a MMORPG, and amazing, just, just
And
you know,
real quick, we covered this before
yeah,
because when this game launched, the frame rates were unlocking on loading screens,
Yeah.
and people's 3090s were running wild and torching.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
breaking
And they
3090s.
were trying to figure out who was at fault for RMAing the video for RMAing all the graphics cards.
And they didn't reimburse all the people who actually get all those RTX, burns, and that's a really bad decision from Amazon since it's Amazon, and they are taking all the possible wrong decisions for, dude. They release a DLC with the main content of the DLC. It's a mount system, MMORPG without a mount system. We have to like walk and walk and walk and walk to actually do a quest or enter in some public content with other players. And to PvP was worse because you have like a lot of chunks of empty map, so just to find someone to kill, you were sleepy before that because it was too boring to find someone to do that. And they release a DLC with, hey guys, we're gonna give you a full price DLC and we're gonna give you a mount. How about that, huh? That is the good decision they take. So right now,
Well,
guys,
you're gonna have more people to kill because
yeah,
with this new world expansion,
Eternum.
Eternum. But I
Eternum.
know I'm a bit of an idiot. They're bringing it to console, so
Yeah,
you'll
and
have PlayStation and Xbox players
yeah, but
that you can go after.
there's one thing that we should talk, because they're not going to make it an MMORPG. More out Eternal is gonna make how I can say that they're gonna make New World into just an MMO. You can enter in a session with, I don't know, 4 to 5 people. You can apply for raid sessions with more people in those raid sessions, but the open world system, when you can find, a bunch of players from a bunch of servers roaming around, it's gone because it failed as an MMORPG. So Amazon Games said, well, since it failed as an MMORPG and we already invested a bunch of money here, let's turn it into just an MMO. Let's just, that's Eternal.
Yeah, I heard New World was max level, do the little bit of end game content, and then you log the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because there was that little to do.
Dude, I just became like maxed out in 30 hours into MMORPG. 30 hours into MMORPG.
30 hours,
Can
that's
you
it?
guys imagine 30 hours in the Final Fantasy 14? It's a quest. It's a history quest.
I was gonna say you're level 10 in the opening world. Like,
Yeah, you're just discovering
Oh my God.
you're just seeing Ashians flying around. It's what you're saying. Is what you're I mean, in an MMORPG, you need content and time to be aligned, and you need to follow like a step to the top. And when you reach to the top, you need to have a whole world to explore, all the strength you acquired during those steps. So that's Eternal, guys. That's pretty much it. A DLC who turns an
And-
MMORPG into MMR.
So you can experience this if you choose to. It is set to release on the PS5 and Xbox, and it will be considered an expansion drop.
Yeah, they gonna
on
charge it again.
October 15th of this year. And then you can look for Lucas's character and make him chase you until he gets up.
And they're gonna charge full price again.
Of course they will. They're
I'll
going to
see
do
you
that.
there.
that's Amazon. It's what they got to do. I mean,
I dropped the game. You're not gonna see my character there. Just forgot about it.
Oh man.
so
All right.
up next we have.
And this is going to be a short one because
we didn't get much on it.
Capcom didn't give us much other than,
look.
a slight trailer.
We had a gameplay.
Hey, look, here's Monster Hunter Wilds. And then not even there, it was on a post on Capcom's website. They said, oh yeah, there will be crossplay. And while that's great, there's not cross progression. So you got to choose what system you're playing it on, and that's it.
Yep. They're saying cross progression is not available because of how each platform handles its saving. Guess what, Capcom? Why don't you do the players a favor
And create a server to save on.
and allow us to save it on your end?
I mean, we're gonna have crossplay, but not cross saving.
Right.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. How?
Yes.
Because they don't want to host server space to save the game itself.
Oh, dude. Well, at least we got the first hot blonde chick as part of our team in Monster Hunter Wilds. We have hot woman. Mwah. Thank you, Capcom. I don't need
man.
cross saving. I just need hot blonde women.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it. And my wife is still in the YouTube. Sorry, honey, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna see a skillet fly from off screen to hit him.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's my time. I will die right now.
So up next, Monster Hunter, we didn't get any real information on it, and the release date is vague too, and they just said, hey, it's coming 2025 along with everything else.
2025. So you have until next year to decide what system you want to play on.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry, you can play with your friends on other platforms.
You just can't
You'll
play
just
on
be
other platforms
locked
too.
to that character on that platform.
Yeah.
Unless you want to start a new one.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Full
Or
price
pay
for the
us
game.
for character transfer into platforms.
Yeah. $12.99 each time.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
my God.
pay for teleports in Dragon's Dogma 2.
So up next is a game that I know Bren is stoked for, and he was super mad for, and then was no longer super mad. He
my
was
God.
happy again. So
Let me tell you this, okay?
Ooh, holy shit.
On the Xbox showcase, no, because this was misleading as fuck, okay? We are talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta. And if you don't know what the Delta means, don't worry, because it's not like they really talked about the whole Delta thing in that game.
It's an equation.
I don't know where they're pulling Delta from.
Because it
Metal
sounds
Gear Solid
tactical.
Delta is actually Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater that released on the PlayStation 2.
Oh, I got the Delta.
Delta
Three.
Force.
Triangle. 3 sides. Metal
That's
Gear
fair.
3.
Yep. There it is. Delta. Delta's a
Really?
triangle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, triangle. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm a little fucked up. Okay.
You guys got to go back and rewatch this because you can't hear the soundboard.
So the reason it pissed me off was because they showed it off on the Xbox showcase, and I watched because I don't have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation. I bought Volume 1 of the Metal Gear Solid collection. I love Metal Gear Solid. So when we got to the end of the trailer reveal and everything, and they showed that you could pre-order a collector's edition, maybe it's me, more than likely, because I'm wrong a lot. But at the bottom of the collector's edition screen, I did not see the PlayStation logo or Sony. When they went to the next screen, that's supposed to show a release date or something, the available platforms on the bottom, I did not see it there either. So my mind was, it's going to be a fucking Xbox exclusive.
Oh.
And I'm going to wage war.
Or you can buy a Game Pass and play on PC.
Rob informed me the next day that I was wrong. It's not an Xbox exclusive. And then he showed me the screenshot proving it.
Of course not.
I don't remember
doesn't
seeing
want
that.
To lose money.
Rob says, well, Microsoft probably excluded them
Because they had the exclusive rights to stream
that trailer. Yes. I was going to cry. I love Metal Gear Solid.
So now
you don't lock me out of my game on a different console.
Dude, what a Sony fanboy.
Ran over.
Oh my god.
God, I wish I had a full screen size of that.
We need to do a short of it.
Just give Luke a day. He'll be able to do it. He'll find a way to blow up my screen on that
So
you know what? We need to make that a short or a TikTok.
No, I'm not gonna cut anything. People are gonna see all that fuckery.
So now that the rant's over a little bit, the
release date.
Let me see.
Or were you getting to that?
I was going to talk that they said that while changed the visuals, they have left the gameplay, the story, and the voice cast of the original game as is. But they had to bring the graphics and controls up to modern standards, all of which have changed over the years. A lot of that has been updated with the core game and the creative vision of the original staff. That part has not changed.
Not many game studios make anything for the benefit of the gamers anymore. Let's face that one now.
So, there's a YouTube series called Metal Gear Solid Legacy. So the YouTube actor and writer David Hayter sat down with producer Naraki Okamura, and I probably butchered that because that's a Warpoint thing too, butchering names. And, they talked about that, and also that there's a couple of new key features, like a damage system that leaves battle scars on Snake, and a new style control and camera layout that also offers intuitive controls for players accustomed to modern third-person action games. So
no, we're going old school with it. You learn to adapt if you want to beat the game.
So I will say that I am excited that they are keeping a lot of the original stuff.
Good, yeah. I'm glad they're not changing anything in the story.
We have release date.
So
It just says it's due to release this year,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say
Cool. Yeah, it's Capcom. They'll maybe get around to it. Or is that no? It's Konami,
when.
right?
Yeah, Konami.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So these last four, we're gonna go quickly on them because two of them isn't. We don't have much for. The one is a game that's probably gonna fail on release.
Holy shit.
Don't worry. When I say what it is, when we get to it, you'll know why it's gonna fail on release. Um, and then another one that could be interesting, but it's something that not a whole lot of people are into. So for these last couple ones, the first one is a game that I found pretty interesting. It was a little bit of a letdown, but due to the recent release of the show, has gained a little bit of a boost in players.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 is receiving its first DLC add-on called Skyline Valley. Yeah, Skyline Valley. They are adding a new area called the Shenandoah. It is a free DLC, and since the release of the show, they are adding a new character type that you can play as.
Well,
The ghoul.
Believe you or not, the Fallout is still alive. Yeah.
So there's a new goal called the Lost. You can't play as him as that new goal just yet. The actual ability to play as the goal, and I don't think you can play as a Lost goal. I think you can just play as a goal, period. I think launches in October. So
Nice.
the new goal.
So it's going to be a couple months. Skyline. Oops, I can't keep hitting this.
So Skyline Valley, the actual expansion with the new goal in it, launched last week, and it's been doing pretty well. But the ability to play as a goal launches in October.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it seemed like there's a lot of people that have been enjoying this, and that it's doing well.
I mean, I went back and played it because I needed an open world game to test when I finished the project, the PS4 PC. Still a fun game if you're into the Fallout series.
Right.
So, the next one here is also going to be a quick one because all we got was a short video trailer, and then they talked about a couple things, and that is Diablo 4's first expansion, Vessel of Hatred. And Luke already looks like he wants to rip out the little bit of hair.
I'm out. I'm out. That's it. I'm done.
Vessel of Hatred was first announced at BlizzCon last year and will release on the 8th of October of this year. It will bring with it a completely new class called Spiritborn. Blizzard is giving a more in-depth look at the class on July 18th. Now, the trailer video was pretty cool. It's really just a woman at war with her demons, trying to hold it back. But, of course, in Diablo fashion, she failed, and someone else paid the price for it. And apparently it is a thick, dark, and ominous region where the Spiritborn hail from, Nahatu, which hasn't been visited since the second Diablo game. Lucas, you have something you want to say?
I have lots of things to say, but I hope everything will be okay. I'm trying to be positive here, and that new Spiritborn, it was not planned. They just have that idea right now because of the success of the new class, the Dark Knight, in the Diablo Immortal one. So they released the new class in Diablo Immortal, so they saw that make people start playing like lots of hours of it, and they let's bring a new class into our next expansion that was not planned before. And the Vessel of Hatred, it's pretty much will continue with the history from, the spirit of Mephisto, that it was with that little girl at the end of the story. I'm not gonna give any spoilers here. And I'm expecting them to, make the game more, have more content at least. And I hope they do not charge abusive prices on it, and
They will.
They will. And I'm trying to be positive since I was a huge since Diablo 1. Everyone who knows me knows how much I love Diablo, but since Diablo 4, and they started fucking with us in Diablo 3, and they kind of restore our faith, and they came with Diablo 4, and it was a shitty storm. So I'm trying to be hopeful for this one, since we're gonna have a new map from Diablo 2 with my favorite one. And I hope Spiritborn is not a bad copy of our Druid, which is right now it's not a very good class to play, but I hope they came with a real new class right now, even if the players are like getting on their knees asking for Paladin, but no, we're gonna have Spiritborn. It's okay.
Yeah, Davi, that's pretty much what I've gathered from my little bit of time that I have in Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Although I played Diablo 4 before the release of Season 1, I played it before they tanked it and then tried to bring it back, which, I mean, after July 18th, Luke will have a whole nother video that we can talk about.
Yeah.
Where you can give us your insight into what you think of all that, with all the new changes that recently came, with the new, what they're going to show us of the new class and everything. So
I would change my name in Discord to the pessimistic one.
Nice. So, the official release for Vessel of Hatred will be the early October, but mid-July we will get a more in-depth look from Blizzard at what Spiritborn is going to be. On to our next game, and I know this show's been going on a while, but we've had a lot to cover here, and Rob's not going to talk to us for a week after this.
Oh, probably me neither, because I saw the gameplay and I have dude, Fable. I have a lot of history with Fable, so you can keep up.
Yeah, Fable was an interesting game, that the whole mechanic and how, well, the first one, I played the first one.
You need to play the Lost Chapters.
I did. That's the one I played, the Lost Chapters.
Yeah.
The Fable that they showed us a while back, everyone just straight up dumped on it, because, of course, we had a woman with a not very feminine figure. She had a very square, mannish jaw and all that. Everyone just kind of had a problem with it. Why? Honestly, I didn't even really get that much into Fable to really care about everybody's problem with it. But I did notice that the trailer that they showed us during the Xbox Game Showcase after Summer Games Fest, they dialed back her jaw. They made the jaw a little more feminine. So once again, the nerd community has bullied a studio into changing something.
I mean, the gameplay.
And I find that absolutely hilarious.
I'm not. I didn't care much about it, but the gameplay looks stunning.
Was there actually gameplay?
No,
Yeah, I mean, for me, it looked like a gameplay. Was not?
I don't think it was any gameplay.
Dude,
Oh no,
this,
just let me see
this
it
is what it
again.
was the whole time. They were fucking stroking her about how great of a female warrior she is. Just stroking that ego the whole trailer.
Well, I know that they were talking about like an old threat coming back, and um, they gotta enlist the help of the voice that's talking. Um, the trailer shows a bunch of her like walking through different environmental areas.
Yeah, that was the gameplay I saw. She's walking with a sword in the back. It's a sword or a bow in the back. The sword. She was running,
Yeah, but I don't think
right?
it's any actual gameplay. I think it's still just like I think it's in engine, but I don't think it's gameplay.
Yeah, there. Yeah, I mean, I saw a video when she used like a kind of a green magic, and the enemies start floating around in the air, and she just used bows to a lot of other weapons to kill them.
And like I
And
said,
that was it actually.
I was gonna say yeah, I think it's the only flash of combat in it. But even
It
then,
was
like I said,
all this.
I don't think it was actually gameplay. I think it was just pre-rendered footage.
I hope they do not fuck up with Fable as they fucked up with the Veilguard, the new Dragon Age game. I'm hoping they are not doing the same as BioWare with Dragon Age.
We'll
I
see.
hope.
Dragon Age is still something that I needed to look into more.
Play Inquisition or Dragon Age 4. Just go straight to it. It's creme de la creme.
Okay. I don't. Did we get a release date on that?
No,
Let me check.
no,
No, we didn't.
there's still no release date for it.
No, it's probably 20, I would say 26.
I think it's next year, 25.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that
maybe
they
key
did,
3 or key 4.
I I mm, I don't know. It is
Yeah,
announced for 25. There's no actual like when it's going to be, but and that's something that we could
Yeah,
talk about
just
on another show. That there's
yeah,
so much
just
coming in 25.
I'm done. Oh my god, that might be an interesting one to put together. Look at everything they're gonna jam on. They're gonna cram onto us in 2025.
yeah, I hope at least we can create our own hero.
All right, our last one for the night, and it's going to
Finally.
be a really quick one because it's a sport that only hardcore fans of the series know about. They
Not
didn't
really
give us
hardcore, but-
much. They didn't really give us much on it, anyways. So, but we are just real quick Harry Potter Quidditch champions. On September 3rd, witches and wizards will be able to take to the skies in a bout of Quidditch thanks to Harry Potter. Quidditch
Yeah.
champions. Yeah.
They saw that everyone wanted it on the Hogwarts Legacy, and they did put on it, and they say, "Well, let's make a
Mhm.
game just for." Oh, don't fuck with me.
Dude, well, here they brought Hogwarts Legacy to the Switch, which you weren't fitting any more of that game into that little console.
Yeah.
So there was no way you could add any type of Quidditch game. The one good thing is it's coming to all consoles. It's on Epic, Steam, Switch, Xbox, XS1, PS5, and PS4. It will be a day one release for PS Plus members. For everyone else, the standard edition, it will only be a $30 game. It's not
Nice.
going to be a full price game.
That's fair. Really fair.
Single and co-op career modes, as well as exhibition and PvP. But
PvP.
legacy players are going to get a little extra. So for all those of you who complained that there was no actual Quidditch matches in Hogwarts Legacy, they heard you. You're getting a little something extra.
You're getting some
Nice.
skins.
That's beautiful.
No, that's what you're getting. Legitimately, that's all that you're getting.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
all you're getting
wait,
is some
what?
skins.
He's just skins?
You get
Just skins.
You get a broom, a skin, and an outfit.
Oh, how the game industry is generous.
But
But-
for everybody else, you could pay an extra $5 for those skins.
No. So the one thing that they have said, and they are like it's all over their website and everything, is that there are no microtransactions in this game whatsoever.
My ass will not have microtransactions. I $50 on it. Of course they will put that at some time.
Are we talking
We'll say-
pesos? I'll put 50 pesos on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Pesos
He's just
No.
straight up dumped
It's-
on your economy.
Yeah. Pesos are a lot less than an American dollar, and I have 50
Hey,
pesos.
no, it's not pesos. It's the name. It's real. It's
I didn't say that. I said pesos, though. I'm not talking about your currency. I'm talking about pesos.
oh, just pesos. Oh my god. Nice. Holy shit.
We'll wait and see, because wait till we see how many players that are complaining that they are being locked out of something because they didn't buy Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, of course.
Just
that
you
will
wait.
happen.
I'm calling it now.
So
People will be complaining that because they are being locked out of a small optional item purely because they didn't spend the extra money on Hogwarts Legacy.
listen, they can go the pay route then. There is a microtransaction. Go buy Hogwarts Legacy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your microtransaction.
Nice.
There's your
nice.
microtransaction.
Go
All
spend
right.
$60 on a game and get the fuck out of here.
Nice.
And honestly, it is well worth it. Hogwarts Legacy is an open
Yeah.
world game.
Yeah,
It
I
is
love that
well
game.
worth the money. It is well worth the money.
Yeah, and
I
that's
played it and beat it on stream.
and that's a good example where you have a bunch of DEI and woke stuff on the game, and the game just worked well because the game is good. We don't care. We just want good stuff. You know, that's the industry need to understand. But sometimes the game with those stuff are just bad. I don't know. You know, Suicide Squad is it's here for to prove that. And I hope for it will be my last phrase, my last thing to say here. It's I hope for 25 we don't have exclusivity anymore. I hope that dies.
But
That's my
we
plan.
we are seeing this game September 3rd, 2024. So if you do want it, okay, you have several months that you can go buy Hogwarts Legacy.
And listen, if you get it on a Sony system, then and you have PlayStation Plus, you don't even have to pay for this game. So it's like half the cost then. Like you're getting 2 games for $30.
There you go. But that's everything, everybody. I know this has been a big show. It's been long. Like I said, we've kept Rob up late, so now he's not going to talk to us for a week.
Yeah,
One last
I'm
thing.
so sorry for that.
One last thing. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
We're gonna have that for next week's show.
They announced there isn't going to be a Switch 2 reveal or anything in it, but there will be new titles. So, in the words of all of our favorite CEOs, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I hope we gonna get more stuff about the new Pokemon. I hope.
Oh my god! I hope they revamp a little bit and do something.
Dude, it's Game Freak.
With
Forget about it.
So
I know.
we will talk about this next week. We'll maybe before 10 a.m. tomorrow put out some predictions what we're gonna see. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what we see when we see it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's nice.
But
And then we'll have all week to put a show together for you all.
Yeah.
On that note, we will be back next week, 8:45. Starting more of that and condensing it from a 2-hour down to a 1-hour show because this was a long
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
But on that note, it was great. I enjoyed being back and, look forward to our next show. And as always, we'll catch you guys at the warp point.
Sure.
Peace.
Peace. Bye bye.